Free but not free, exploring reentry and instances that cause recidivism. This podcast is what it is and how it is to be released from prison. Enjoy.
Bank robbery, stacks of cash.
Trap queens in the Bay Area got motion. Most of the ones of significance have been recently freed. Join our conversation about her life and her journey through incarceration and the positive directions she's headed. You've seen her on American Greed, The Bank Robbing Babe. Niesha Jackson, welcome to FBNF, free but not free.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great.
You all right?
Yeah.
It took us a while to get here. You know what I'm saying? So it was a real trip. It was a journey.
Yes.
Okay. We just want to jump into I already did the little trap queen intro. We want to jump into who you are.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know they could call you the bank robbing babe. They got a lot of people fucked up and thinking that you running up in banks with guns and shit, right?
Yeah.
So elaborate on exactly how you got that name and how you flipped it.
Well, I know the world been waiting to see this. So actually, I'm a person like to have a fun time. Bank robber babe came from them saying I'm going in there with guns. They assumed, but it's actually credit cards and phones, so that's why they named me Bank Robber Babe.
Okay.
And then I just switched it because I wanted to start a clothing line, so I changed it to Be Rich Babe or Be Rich Beauty.
Okay. Yeah, because American Greed got you fucked up.
All the way fucked up.
Yeah.
It was nothing like that. You feel me? It was a sophisticated crime.
Right.
No crime with violence.
Okay, let's jump into the sophistication. You feel me? Because I know it's a lot of stuff going on right now with motion with your contemporaries, with your peers, people that talks that we had about people that's on YouTube and all that stuff. Let's step into the sophistication. What was sophisticated about it?
You had to play the part. You had to look classy going up in there. You had to have finesse to convince them to do what you want them to do.
Okay.
Because it's procedures. So you had to look the part.
Let's break some of them down. Procedures like what? Because if you say a regular dude or a regular chick can't do it, that's what makes you special. That's what makes you dope.
Exactly. So basically I made my team feel comfortable knowing that I had their back. So don't pay attention to what's going on up in there. Focus on what I'm telling you to do, So you had to play the part. When I say look the part, put on a nursing outfit. Some people go in there like they comedian or rapper or whatever, and just try to, run game on the person I'm here out of town, doing a show, or I'm here a traveling nurse or something like that.
Okay.
And I'm here and I need to get a cash advance.
Oh, you was doing shit out of state, out of town too?
Everywhere. Around the United States, yes.
Okay. I see. I didn't even know that.
No, it wasn't just California. I got charged with 17 states.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, where you from? We got to put where you from.
You feel me? I'm from the Bay all day. Is the Doves.
Okay, all right, murders. T-O-T-T-B-O-T-T.
Exactly.
Okay, on top. Yeah, on top. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you was going state to state, because even when I seen a little snippet on American Greed, even though you were federal,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Right, I understand that. I thought it was just because of the bank. But what was your biggest score? What state was you?
States, really just anywhere somebody step into, and like I said, if they play the part, if you go up in there and ask for it was always because anything over that they ask for approval need a manager, so sometimes people would feel comfortable dealing with a manager, so they'll stay at 8,000, or sometimes they have a limit of 5,000.
What you mean, per score?
Per score, per bank.
Okay. Yeah,
but sometimes people get bold and be like, hey, I'm gonna double back, and be like, once that cash hit the counter, hey, I need to get another 8.
So what was you doing specifically in the sense of, not to incriminate, I don't know, because you already did the time, but I'm just saying in the sense of you was passing payroll checks?
No, it was actually a credit card. The feds, prepay, so it was no money on there. So as long as it wasn't expired, I override the system and everything. So that's why they said they had to call me to get the authorization. That's why I got charged as a mastermind, because I could override any amount, any transaction.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Yeah. For those that don't understand, the mastermind in the federal, the government, the mastermind is it's you get extra points for that. So if we running a mob organization, right? Not even no RICO shit.
Yes.
If you the person who basically came with the idea of it, and you got a crew and you running some, they give you a whole nother label as a mastermind, which means that you won't get the most time. So break that down in the sense that we can segue into the actual case. So how did you get caught up?
Whoa. I actually got caught up. It was a drug ring. going on in Montana, Billings, Montana. So I had some people out there. I didn't know them, but somebody put them on, and it was best not to even meet people. But I always mess with a lot of people who knew somebody and put them on, and then they put their girl on, they put their friends at the network. Yes, they're network. So basically, the guy was out there, I guess, chilling because it's broad state out there, and he ordered a prepaid card to her house.
Okay.
Of the chick that he was going to run in the bank or whatever. So they claim it was a pimping and hoeing thing.
They put that on YouTube?
Yeah, they put that on me. So that's how I got the points, like the 4 extra points for like the mastermind, the levels. You know how you get the levels or whatever.
Right. And you went to trial?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I pleaded guilty. Yeah, so 120 months I pleaded guilty to.
And they gave you the 3 points for?
Basically, when I went on the run. That's how I got the 15 years, because they took the 2 points for not accepting responsibility and added 3 for obstruction of justice.
Wait. So they gave you 3 points for going on the run, or because when you went?
Yeah, they gave me 3 points more obstruction of justice, because they said I had to take responsibility once I left.
Oh, okay. So let me back up something. So you got caught up, then they let you out on bail?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so
yeah.
I was on pre-trial for 27 months fighting my case.
Okay.
So when I first got caught up, I got indicted. My kid's father got indicted first. They was on him. They labeled him as a gangbanger because his family's a big family out in Sacramento, and they say they gangbang. But my baby daddy, he's basically was into the entertainment business back then. Okay. He was with Fizz.
Okay.
Mac Dre, that was one of his first groups.
Rest in peace, Mac Drizzle. Rest in peace, Mac Drizzle. Right.
Rest your soul, rest in paradise. But Mac Dre was his manager, and that was his first group, Something Terrible.
Okay.
And which was my kid's father. So they used that in court on him to say it was like gang related. Other videos when they was doing shows with Mac Dre from Sacramento.
Like when the PS did all that shit happened. That shit happened with the pills and all that. At the airport. Okay. Yeah, so it's all at the same time.
Our stuff started in 2005. They claim they started looking at us, but we didn't get indicted he got indicted 2008 first, and I got indicted 2009.
Right.
But they just brought all that footage up from on the internet.
Right. They tied it all in. Mm-hmm, that's what the government do, though. They tie everything in, even if it's some bullshit.
Yeah, because he didn't have no record.
Right, okay.
So that's how they was able to get him the levels, the points, saying he get in and out when they getting stupid at shows and shit. Like, how when they dancing and shit like that.
So he got some time, too.
Oh, yeah, he did 10 years because he didn't tell me. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that right? Shout out to the baby daddy, Exactly.
Hold
on, he held it down. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right.
Shut, AKA for show, that's
okay. Yeah, give him a real shout out. You gotta clap it up. Niggas will tell on their baby mama.
Yeah, they was on his ass. They was on his line. They like, oh, you don't want to tell. We already know she behind everything. Okay. At first they thought it was just him because they tried to use like the G Parkway. He had a junction. Where he couldn't go to G Parkway for a while back in the days, but it was really because of his family.
That's like a stay away, right?
Yeah,
some stay away, right.
Mm-hmm. So it was a lot going on with that. So they kind of like held him. He got caught at the airport. Somebody told he was going to the airport. They ended up arresting him on a warrant that was a misdemeanor that he had to do for community service.
Right. So they slid you in on the back end.
Yeah, they slid me in on the back end once they started doing their investigation, and people started talking. And basically when they tied me into his bank account. So
for sure some rats in the case.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, for sure.
A lot.
I don't know the name drop, but
for sure. They know who they are.
Okay, all right, off top. But we gonna make sure that they know.
They told they part of the story, but to them that's not telling. It's like I guess you tell or you'll say anything.
Yeah, you telling the truth. You telling the truth on somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. You can say what you did, but why you not involved?
So when you was on pre-trial, right? You said 27 months. Right. Yeah. What made you? Was you already planning to run?
No, I never had no intentions on running.
Okay.
I would have been ran because I would have never been here. 27 months. So, what made me run is because I thought I was gonna go in right away. I never thought I was gonna be on the streets for 27 months. So I kind of got like comfortable when everything happened. I got indicted like July 2009, and I was out all the way to October 2011. So. Every 6 months, I'm calling my attorney, like, not even for 6 months, every week, I'm calling my attorney, like, okay, because they said indictment days was on Tuesday to Thursday. So they like, okay, call us and let it, see what's up. So I'm calling my attorney, like, Am I indicted? Am I indicted? He like, no. So I'm like, well, what the hell is going on?
Tuesdays and Thursdays, they do the indictments?
Yeah.
That's old school Tuesdays and Thursdays. You got for the sweet. You know what I'm saying? Because the people go have to ask when you call on the street.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Tuesday and Thursday, my attorney told me that that's my indictment days. That's when the indictments come out.
Right,
He
right.
could see what's going on. But as it go by, like time go by, it's 6 months. So I'm like,
You good.
what the fuck? I'm like,
Right.
hey, why they ain't coming? What's wrong? He like, oh, they coming for you because
Right, 'cause they investigate. Right,
Yeah, they
exactly.
investigate. You know,
Right.
once they got you, they got you. But I'm like, how they got me? He like, just off your criminal record, you know, your history.
So what you had before that? We got to slide back. What you had? Hold on.
It's so much.
Hold on. I know you really from the
Okay.
murders. You really from the does.
Okay,
But
so
hold
it's so
on.
much. Okay, so
Let me before you ask that. Let me ask you something. What made you step into the game? Like, how was your family upbringing?
my family upbringing was good.
Okay.
My father was a hustler. He was from the streets or whatever. Rest in peace to my dad.
R.I.P.,
You know, I miss
R.I.P.
him a lot. My mom was a hard worker. She worked for the government. She worked for the Army base.
Okay. Mama Dear still with us, though?
Yeah.
She still with us?
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Mama Dear.
For sure.
Right.
So just hanging around my cousins, being in the streets, just like I was like really hanging, having fun in the streets,
Right,
you know,
right,
in the dubs all day. You know, it was the murder dubs back then.
Roll the 20 to the Mama Dear to the twamps.
So, you know,
I'm saying right here.
all my, hood brothers,
Right.
shout out to them, they was major hustlers.
Right.
But I got to start wanting to hustle is because of job. I was working a job and they accused me of fraud. So
Okay.
when they did that, I'm just like,
So you wasn't even on that.
no, I wasn't even on that. No, I mean, I grew up like, boosting still,
Right,
but
right.
really for me.
But I'm
clothes.
saying like you wasn't on no fraud shit at that particular job.
No, I wasn't none
Right.
at all. It came back clear and everything, but I was already fired. I went through a temporary C, so it was a done deal. But by the time I went up there thinking they was gonna offer me my job back and they told me I was under investigation, I kind of like went off, slammed the door, broke the glass. So they probably was like,
You was crazy.
oh yeah, I was a little crazy. And I'm like, y'all accusing me of something like, and I just was like devastated. Like, really, y'all got me fucked up.
Right.
But at the time, I had connects on writing checks, so I just went to the streets and started writing checks full time.
So you was kind of like on some vigilante justice shit, like, fuck it, since y'all accusing me of this shit, I'm about to go crazy on
Yeah.
everybody, right?
Yeah, I'm about to do my own thing. Like, fuck a job.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It ain't cool in the sense of what it ended up being, but I understand because I always try to tell my people, like, hey, at the end of the day, sometimes you slave and work for these people so
Yes.
hard, and they don't even give a fuck about you in the first place. That's why it's better to be an entrepreneur, have an entrepreneurial spirit, or at least get with the program, somebody else's program that you could tell that they really, the job security is love,
Mm-hmm.
right? So basically, you was like a turf superhero.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, right,
And then I saw my mom work hard, like you said, all them years
Right.
for people and was stressed out, like
Right.
these people accusing me of things and, so I'm like, that's what I went through with this job. Oh, hell no, I'm not about to be slaving. Like,
Right.
I wanted to really just hustle to get some money to start my own business. I thought I wanted to be a beautician. I really wanted to open my own hair salon. But then I figured, I don't have the patience for that. But I always did, I wanted to be the boss of something.
Right,
I wanted to run something.
So you found a lane.
Yeah, I found my lane.
You found a lane. So when you found a lane, we gonna go. Now we gonna fast back forward, right? You was fucking up when you was young, right? You had like state cases, county cases.
Yeah, well, I had a state case. I've been to the pen.
Okay.
I went for a possession of ID, but
Which was throwback chinchilla.
yeah, BSPW.
Okay,
I was in
BSPW,
Mountain State
okay,
Prison. Now,
okay.
chinchilla back then was for the Southerns, LA.
Okay.
They kept the Northern chicks in BSPW.
Okay.
They kept us separate.
Valley State Prison for women.
Yeah,
Right.
Valley State Prison
Okay.
for women. But now it's
Right.
for men.
All right, so then you slid out.
Yeah.
This the baby daddy era, the silent baby daddy era. Right? You understand?
Yeah.
You
So
gonna
I actually came up with the plan on the yard. All my partners was coming through like, hey, it's burnt out there. I'm like, what y'all been here for? They like checks. I'm like, we was doing checks back in 98, 99, but now it's like 2003, 2004 when I go to the pen for having ID in my purse or whatever. So I'm like, y'all doing checks? I'm like, what happened to the game? Because they was fucking with the game, the approval game.
Right.
They was like, they're OGs. I didn't even believe the game when they was telling me, oh, you going to bank, get this, and when they go
That
get
shit
shit. I'm
sound
like,
too
hell no.
easy. Yeah, that shit sound
I'm
easy.
like, it's bank procedures. They ain't go let y'all get on the phone and call. And they was like, man, yeah, they do. But I wasn't really close to them. So I never try to get put on because you know how people act.
Right. I'm tired. They don't want to give you the sauce like the state money.
Yeah,
Right.
I
I'm
had my
tired.
own sauce writing checks. So I was just like, I was cool when I was writing the checks. But when I went down for having a possession of ID in my purse, I actually got arrested with somebody who was doing instant credit. And then they nigga told and said I was driving the car and had an ounce of weed in there. So basically, that's what violated my probation. But then when they found the ID, that sent me to the pen. So I'm like, I'm going to the pen for an IV I wasn't even using because this nigga said I had, you know, I was driving the car. I had an ounce of weed. I didn't even know I had an ounce of weed in the car. So I was in Contra Costa County. You know, they don't play.
Right there.
So they like, oh, you. And I just got out for doing county time like 8 months ago.
Right.
So
that's how you got the VSP.
That's how I got
so
the
you
VSP.
came with the sauce on the yard with the girls.
So yeah, the girls telling me
you
like,
wasn't really on it,
yeah,
but you wasn't believing it.
I was just like on the yard.
So tell me about your first time when you stepped in, when you got out and you was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. Well, I was on the yard and they were saying that is I'm like, what y'all in here for? They like, oh, with checks. I'm like, y'all writing checks? What the fuck? That's back in the day shit. They like, man, that game burnt out. We call it the approval game. Right. I'm like, it's burnt out. I'm like, are you serious? They like, yeah, that shit don't go no more. So in my mind, I was like, bingo, it's my time. Like, I was just like, I'm juiced. Right. Already, I had my folks in there gaming me up because she just got 5 years and she supposed to have like the little script of the approval game. So she gaming me and whatever with the script, but it really wasn't that because things changed. When they was doing it in the late 90s, you know, I got into it in the middle of the 2005, 2006.
You just improved upon an old sauce.
Exactly. I had to learn how to get through the systems. When they was doing it, they just wrote the shit down.
You sounded like a professor of this shit right now. You got to learn to get through the systems.
No, for real, because they were just writing it down. They could get the authorization to the teller, and they just write it down, make a carbon copy of the credit card, like the old school way.
Yeah.
But when I got So, but when I got in the game, you had to slide it, you had to convince them, like, why is declining?
Yeah, like a reader writer and all that shit.
Yeah, the reader writer, the credit card machine, you know, the terminal.
Right, on time.
Yeah, so when they slide in and get a decline, now, you know, my people got to play their part on how to convince them to let them use the phone. Right. And then once they get to the phone, then I got to play my part to convince them to go to the machine and override everything and do what I need them to do to get through the system. Right.
So look, when you got out and you implemented the sauce, right? The new and improved, the B2K version.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That you just slid out the 2000s, right? Did you automatically assemble a team or did you just rock by yourself at first just in case?
I already had a team. Like I said, okay, let me go back to the prison. So when they said it was burnt out, it was these other chicks in there from Sacramento. Now I was known in Sacramento because I had like beef with the Sacramento girls when I started going out there.
Right.
You know, messing with my baby daddy. Like, you can't be coming from Oakland and whatever. So I had
even though G Parkway was basically baby Oakland in that era, right?
Exactly.
Right.
I guess they just like, she doing too much. I'm out there, you know, I'm studying, I'm writing checks. I'm outside, you know, I'm at all the functions, whatever. So they just really did take to me. I guess I was from Oakland. I was a new girl and they felt like I was trying to take their niggas or something.
Right.
But whatever.
So when you assembled the team, what happened?
So basically, it was some of them girls' friends who I was beefing with. They was in prison. So they like, oh, you from Sac? One day I went to the yard with my baby daddy picture, but he wasn't my baby daddy then. And I showed my prison like auntie. She like, oh, look at my baby. You know how people just messy, you know. We be on our bullshit ass women at times. So they showed a picture. So one of the girls come out like, like that was my friend dude or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah. You know, I say her name. I'm like, oh, y'all know her? I said, I had to beat the bitch up. You feel me? Like, you didn't beat my partner up because she was known to have them hands and stuff. You know, so I was like, man.
They don't know about that Bonnie Squad, though.
You really don't know about that in Stokely. You feel me? But she ended up calling her because we was in the same unit. She's like, I'm going to call her or whatever. I called her. You go, so she called like, oh, I'm in here. Guess who I'm in here with? Multiple Niesha. She like, oh, tell her. I said, what's up? I said, yeah, what that tell you? After that, we started eating together every day. The girl wanted to eat with me.
It was respect.
It was respect. Like, okay, like, damn, my partner ain't never, like, what the fuck? Okay. So then she used to be like, why you always on the yard? Because it used to be like 115. I was considered a short timer because I only had 16 months.
Right.
Everybody else had 3, 4, 15, 16, like, you know. So I would be on the yard. I didn't really have a job. I had to do like little packages. That's how I was supposed to get my little days off or whatever. So I would go outside every day because I'm an outdoorsy person. I like to be outside regardless if it's hot, hella hot, raining. I just like to be Mother Nature, you know, in nature. So I go outside every day. Why you always outside? It's 115. Bitch, what the fuck you doing? I'm like, think of a master plan. They like, what? They like, we trying to be a part of it. We tired of boosting. This the Sac girls. So I'm girl, please. I'm like, y'all not trying to be. They like, for real, what we got to do? I was like, man, if you serious, come with a passport picture, because I was getting out like in a couple months,
Right.
and it was getting out a month behind me. So if you serious, come with a prepaid.
Everything lined up for you.
Everything was lined up. They just came. So my home.
So you had a squad of chicks.
Yeah, chicks, niggas, all kind of people.
So
It started with chicks.
So when you got out, it was you instantly got on your own the first month, or you waited for them to get out to send them? You was sending hoes. That sounds like some drip shit.
Yeah.
You was sending
That's what they
motherfuckers.
said. I was running a pimping ring, so I guess
Right.
I would call it pimping. I call it like macking, you know.
Okay, you sound like a pimp. That's what pimps say. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing no pimping, I'm magging.
Right, I'm guiding them.
Right, okay, all right.
Actually, like,
Right, off top. That sounds like some pimp shit. That sounds like some real track queen shit right there.
I basically started with. I mean, when I got out, everybody just was like, "What's up? What you on?" Like now, they
Right.
think I'm on something now. I'm not on that, but legit business. All
Okay,
legit.
yeah, say that shit again so to make sure the camera
Legit
pick that
business.
up. Make sure the mic pick that up, you feel me?
Legit business.
Right,
It's over for that. You know,
Right.
I conquered that. I'm trying to conquer getting that legit money.
right.
But,
So when you slid the first time, what was the score?
When I slid the first time, I think it was like 12,000.
Okay.
It was 12,000. So I'm just like, oh, okay, 12,000 in like 10 minutes. Oh, this is the
So
shit.
what was the biggest score
The
that
biggest
you can say you hit like on a day?
on a day. It just depends. On a day, probably about 100.
100?
Yeah, if I got like crews in different places.
Right. And that 100,
Like 2 or 3 people.
and you divide that up?
Yeah, I give everybody half.
Okay, all right.
can't be-
You was a fair
you know,
boss. You was a fair boss. But
Yeah.
you scoring shit like that like every day?
I mean, it was nothing. Yeah. Not really 100, but like 20 to 30 is nothing to get in one day.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
But that's still daily. That should count.
Yeah.
Especially if you like
Oh,
making
yeah.
it 9 to 5, you really rocking it every day.
Yeah, so
right?
20 to 30 every day, or if you really on a mission, shit, 100.
Okay.
Or whatever.
So you own a pre-trial. You feel like they coming. What make you bolt? Why you run?
Well, I really was trying to see if they was gonna put my court date off, because I went to go get sentenced. When I went to go get sentenced, my oldest son was having problems with his father running off because he didn't want to live with him or whatever. He wanted to be out there in Sac because that's where he grew up, like towards middle school and high school.
Right.
So he like, I'm telling him, like, I'm about to be going to jail. Like, you got to go with your father. It's just best. Y'all need to just build your relationship. You about to be a teenager. And he looking at me like, what? I don't want to be. I'm
Right.
in the
That's
Sac.
all
I
good.
don't want to be in the Bay or whatever.
That's all it
Like,
is. Big one won't take mom. Right.
So he ended up running off. So when I went to go get sentenced, I'm just like, damn, I'm about to get sentenced. I don't know if they're going to take me today. So I walk up in there and get sentenced. The judge like, we can't sentence you knowing your son and your father, his father relationship is not a steady relationship, and he leaving, because you know how your attorney getting on reports what's going on with you and whatever while you fighting the case. So they give me another 6 weeks. So I'm like, oh, okay, they give me 6 weeks. I'm not thinking nothing of it because I never had plans on running. But then one of my people is like, you know, what you call that, prison attorney, you know, and tell them, you know, that basically it's your turn to put it off. You pay all that money for an attorney to put it off, and they be putting it off for 27 months. Now you do your thing or whatever. So
Right.
I said, I have an anxiety attack and I go to the hospital. I really go to the hospital, but then when I call my attorney, she's not answering the phone. But once she do answer the phone, she leave me a message like, you need to turn yourself in right now. Yeah, I got your message, but they ain't gonna believe nothing you say because your crime got the, you know, everything to do with phone.
Fraud, right.
You're fraud. I
Right.
said, so you need to come in, but it's like 4 something. I'm like, I'm not coming in there. You talking about I got a warrant. She like, you got a warrant out for your arrest. I'm like, oh, I can't come up in there. I'm like, I can't even, you know, get to you.
They put a warrant on you that fast?
No, they really didn't. But she was just saying, because I have 4 days to turn myself in.
Right.
I didn't know that because I probably would have turned myself in, but she never told me. It was more like she was hysterical. Like she couldn't believe. She was like, oh my God, like, where are you? Like, I'm like, okay, like I'll come in tomorrow. I really had plans on, if she put me back on, you know, the docket calendar, I was gonna come in, but she was like, we can't do that. You need to turn yourself into pretrial today. I'm like, it's about to be 5 o'clock. They about to be closed. What they gonna do with me? They gonna take me to jail. I'm not coming nowhere. I paid you all this money. Like, give me back.
Yeah.
home.
Keep
You know,
me free,
get out
bitch.
there.
Right, yeah. Keep me free.
So she
Right.
started acting like the police. So she was like, well, where are you? And I'm like, well, I'm at the crib, you know. And she's like, oh, I'm about to come pick you up. I was like, you can't come pick me up. I'm like, I done took the medication. They gave me some narcos or whatever. So I'm like, I can't even drive to you. So that's why she thought I'm come pick you up. I was like, you can't dare come to my family house. They gonna be like, you the police. She thought, I'm not the police. I'm your attorney. I'm like, but you're acting like the police and you trying to, what attorney come pick somebody up? Like, it's a done deal. You went to court, you told them, you know, you say I got the warrant.
Right.
Just give me
You ain't got to show up.
nothing.
Fuck off.
Let's just handle this tomorrow. Get it straight and I'll meet you at the
Right.
court. And from that point on, she was just like hysterical, talking her shit. Like,
So you was done.
I was done. I took the phone.
So where you go?
I went to Vegas.
You went to Vegas?
I went to
How long was you on the run?
2.5 years.
Oh, you was on the run 2.5 years? Is a long time.
Yeah, I was on the run.
But you was just done. You had fake IDs. You still was hitting shit.
No, I wasn't hidden, but I was good though. I was good in the hood. You know how we survive. You know how to survive over there. But
so you was sliding. And now talk about how you got caught.
I got caught by one of my right hand men's.
Somebody told you?
Yeah, my driver. But not told on the crime, just told where I was at. Well, actually, a wiretap, phone tap called me.
Okay. He knew though?
Yeah, he knew everything was going on. They ran up on him first.
Okay.
So they ran up on him. It's just so much to the story. So I was here to see my kids for Easter. And when I came for Easter, I stayed longer than when I usually supposed to stay. I usually stay 2 days, but I stayed for 5 days because I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to stay out here and I'm going to bring everybody back with me to Vegas because we will always go to the Floyd Mayweather fight. So it's about to be the fight. It was like April 25th. The fight was about to be like the the beginning of May or something like that. So I was like, I'll just ride everybody back with me and then fly them out because I would always like fly people in, out,
Right.
to drive me.
So you still was doing good?
Yeah, I was, what?
You was doing good.
Yeah, that's how they said I was able to stay on the run, lecture run. Now they say this how I survived the run, on the run, basically still hustling, but I wasn't. I was good, like.
Right, but did that give you a new charge while you were on the run, or when you got caught, was it the same shit that you already got bagged for?
It was the same, but they tried to, but they just basically slid it in as the instruction.
Yeah, like you ain't get that 3 points, that admitting
Yeah,
shit.
you ain't
It's
get
over
that
with.
3 points, and then they added the other 2, so I got 5. So that made my time jump from 120 months to 188 months to 235.
Right, so you did it, and you did it like 10 years.
Yeah, I did 10 years, 8 months. My bid was 15-7. I got 15 years, 7 months, but I did 10 years, 8 months because the First Step program, shout out to whoever put that in the making.
You already know. but Rock started it, but Trump took motherfucking responsibility for it, but we already know what it is, but none of them really give a fuck about it,
Exactly.
but they set a nigga free. So I want to talk about now, right? When you're doing the time, you did the time, your kids, your son, you got how many kids?
2. I have 2 sons.
You got 2 sons, so you got 2 baby daddies. Was
Yeah.
everybody stand up?
Everybody would stand up. My first kid's father, we don't really talk or whatever. He do his thing, I do my thing. He felt like I ran off on him, like with the sack nigga.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so he an Acorn nigga, but
Okay, I was saying Acorn, man. Shout out to Acorn, man. Shout out to Acorn.
And it's just that he made sure my son was cool.
But he was a good dad.
Yeah,
He was a good dad.
An awesome dad.
Right, he ain't leave you for dead, he ain't tell on you. So you
No,
took
he
your...
did. Well, actually, he didn't know anything.
Well, no, I'm just saying, you had 2 solid ones in your life.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
good segue too. Is we was having a sidebar about
Okay.
how people on the net, the women,
Yeah.
say like, there ain't no good niggas out there. All the good niggas ain't.
I have awesome
Everybody cutting off. So like, just elaborate what you feel about that kind of perspective when it comes to men.
When it comes to men, I think women, men, they do tend to cheat, but women put too much on it because of that. So they exaggerate that a man not a good man because I guess the men not following their rules, or they might have a side chick, or men
So you
do
said,
do.
so I just to get it clear, right? You know what I'm saying? In your world, if your nigga holding it down, right, he could cheat. Why would he call it cheat? We ain't gonna call it cheat. I'm saying, look.
To me, it's a partnership. So if
Okay.
you gotta do what you gotta do
Right.
with whoever, as long as
Okay.
you keep that shit funky and
What that mean? You gotta break that down so they can know. You gotta teach them something.
like, long as you keep it respectable. Like, if that shit not come in our household,
So you want to know, or you rather if motherfucker able to kind of like to where you don't know, you might suspect, but you don't know, but he holding down home, you good.
yeah, I really don't care. But niggas want to know, so it'd be best to tell me.
So how can a nigga count off then? Like if a woman say ain't no good men out there, in your perspective is it is some good ones out there, but right,
But-
women be on some bullshit a lot of times and run a nigga off, run a good one off.
Yeah,
Right, you know what I'm saying? In your world, what makes a good man?
a man that basically know what to do, handle his business, like just know how to get to the bread, by any means necessary. Like you could work a 9 to 5, like you could be pushing clothes out the trunk,
Right.
whatever, or doing your thing, but like as long as we communicating and helping each other,
Right.
progress.
Right. So like in your world, you had 2 good baby daddies. They held you down. You got 2 sons. How your sons doing now? What's up with your sons? What's their names?
They doing cool. JD, that's Jada K.
Okay.
You know, he an artist.
Right. Yeah, I slapped some of his shit too.
Yeah.
He on some gang shit.
Yeah.
He turned up for sure. Jada K. Shout out to Jada K, man. He rocking though. We gonna slap some of his shit. We gonna put some of your shit on the intro, but don't trip. We got you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jada K, he went down when I
How old is he?
He's 27.
Okay.
And he went down 8 years ago. So we was bidding together.
Right. That's what.
It fucked me up when I heard how much time he was looking at, but it's just like, damn.
How you feel about that? If you don't mind speaking on, like, how that make you feel as a mom? Like just straight up on some moms, fuck the trap queen shit, just straight up on
As a
some
mom,
moms.
I feel like I'm part of the reason.
Right.
He was a product of his environment. You know, me, seeing me moving the groove and getting money, moving fast.
Right.
Seeing me smoking weed.
And it was something that wasn't hidden.
No,
Right,
I didn't hide
right.
anything from my kids.
Right.
Everything, but it's best. I think it's best.
To hide it, or at least to they explain it.
Don't expose them to that
Right.
lifestyle
Okay,
because you can't knock them when they jump into it,
Right.
So I was mad when I found out what my son was in prison for, but I still really don't know because everybody keep it a secret. I don't want to know because it is what it is.
Right.
And
In a sense of when you don't want to know, what you mean by that, you mean that like, because if it is some horrible shit, you just don't want to hear that about your son.
I'd rather him tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, when he get free.
How's your communication to him?
It's great.
Okay. Is love?
Yeah, major love. We actually best friends. Like
Okay, big.
my little son call him a mama's boy because he like, oh, you talk to mama? Let me call mama. Let's call mama on three-way. My young son, he don't really have that relationship with me. We close, but he went. When I went to jail, he was only 7, about to be 8.
What's his name?
His name is Chance.
Chance. Okay.
Yeah, so Chance basically is like, yeah, we close, but it's like JD is the mama boy because we and JD grew up together. I had JD when I was 18, and he was with me when I was thugging in the streets, riding,
Basically,
smoking, still.
your young life, you was gone.
Yeah.
So like the bond that you tried to build, you can build it now once you get all the way free.
Yeah.
But I understand what you mean by that. So like talking about the difficulties of that, navigating that, then you get to this release date, right? Mm-hmm. You navigate through whatever troubles in the prison, whatever happens with police, niggas, bitches,
Everybody.
inmates, stuff like that, right? So now it's time to get out. It's 10 years later. Mm-hmm. How you feeling?
I was feeling liberated. Like,
Okay.
I could wait to get out. Like, I was so anxious, but I didn't really believe it because they play so many games. I was supposed to actually get out June 2024, but I didn't get out to December 2024. Okay. I had to fight for that. You know how that goes.
Right, yeah,
They don't even want to give you the
And the fans don't play. The fans be on bullshit.
They were saying, like, ain't no beds at the halfway house, and it's crowded. The case managers, they don't want to never do nothing.
Right.
What they supposed to do.
Right.
And they want you to chase them down like you chasing a bag. And I'm like, I'm not into chasing bitches.
Right, I'm telling you.
Like,
Speak on the dead.
I was kind of frustrated,
Right.
trying to get out. I had a hard time. I'm doing re-entry now. I'm in the halfway house.
Okay.
I had challenges with that, with the same thing with case managers. I always have problems with the upper.
Seemed like you had problems like with women.
Yeah.
In the sense of not like you got problems with it, but it seemed like it'd be some friction
Yeah,
there.
it'd be always. I don't know. They just be like, I look mean or.
Maybe hating on you.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
saying,
that.
maybe hating on
Yeah,
you.
hate. They hate us for no reason though. Because I'm a cool person. You just got to get to know me, but I'm just not a high hee
Right.
faking it,
Right,
making
okay.
it with you just because. Especially if you ain't doing your job. Like, I can respect none of them.
Right.
I did time in Aliceville, Alabama, and it was nothing but blacks up there.
Was that a good thing or a bad
A
thing?
bad thing because I don't respect them. They're not trying to help
was it
people.
violent up there?
I help people, huh?
Was it violence?
No, it wasn't really biased. It was cool. It's just that the staff ain't on shit.
Okay.
And they mostly black. And
They had phones and shit up there?
Oh, we had phones. We had everything. Phones,
Okay,
all the box, all the K2. Like,
Right.
They was thugging up
Oh, some
there.
other get some money up there.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
All right.
Yeah,
So
lots
now,
of it.
now that you segued out to the free world, right? We free now. Free but not free.
Yeah.
Motherfucking free, but we ain't free. Probation, whatever else going on. We talk about recidivism, reentry. We talk about all that stuff. So if you could go back and talk to younger Niesha, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you could just look back at yourself and say, "Hey, girl," what would you say to her? What game would you give her?
I would just tell her to do the right thing and be legit because you could get the money. You could get a lot of money being legit too, but slow money is for show money. Easy
Right.
easy go. You go run through it fast. So
Right.
was it worth it? Everybody say it wasn't worth it. I feel like it wasn't, but I lived a life
Right.
that I don't have to try to chase no more, you know?
Right. On top of you can say
I
you
was
did.
able, I
Right.
conquered that. I was able to have anything and everything I wanted. It was nothing that I ever wanted that I couldn't get.
So you started, you don't know disrespect. You was a rich bitch.
Yeah.
Off top.
Hood rich. I guess they would call it hood rich.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I had unlimited access. I was banking unlimited money. Right now, I could just be like, okay, if nobody wanted to go, I could go get the money myself.
Right.
That's what I should have did.
Right.
Then nobody can tell me. I should have been going in myself. You know, but
Right. So would you tell your younger self that? Hey, if you gonna do it, do it solo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Right,
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's why I would tell my younger self, but at the end of the day,
You ain't nowhere in that lane right now.
nowhere.
Because you know, like the internet, you know, we talking about some of your contemporaries, people that just around niggas,
Yeah.
bitches, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like you still up. You still got a trick up your sleeve.
Yeah.
You got a hidden vault somewhere. Let the people know what's really going on.
I'm not on that type of time. Like I said, I conquered that game in the streets. Now it's all legit business. Non-profit. I want to do re-entry for the youth, you know.
Okay.
I want to hustle that,
Right.
you know, and help,
That's that BRB-ENT we was talking about.
you know.
Yeah, Bay
The
Rich
whole
Beauty
movement.
shit. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
The Be Rich movement.
Be
you
rich.
know.
Okay.
Bounce right back because you could do it.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's never an endless game. It's just
Look
all
at you
change.
trying to split the acronym. Say that one time. Just say the bounce right back. You
The
feel me?
bounce right back. Though,
Okay,
at
on
a time.
time,
It's
on time.
never endless. You could just change lanes and get it the same way, you know. It might take time. You probably don't come as fast, but it's not worth your freedom. Like, I mean, that was horrible what I went through. Like, just because it felt like a waste of time. So you got to make yourself, you know, you got to put in the efforts to use your time wisely.
Okay.
And make 'em
And what you looking for on the platforms? Because like I do want to get into like, you know, with women, even in like let's say entertainment, like in rap and stuff like that. If Nicki Minaj and Cardi B made an album, it would probably be, even if it wasn't even that dope, it probably would be like the biggest, you know, money wise, the biggest selling, just because they probably like the number one and number two, whichever order you want to put in, females in rap, but they can't get it together. They can't fuck with it enough to like, just to put it together, right? Your contemporaries, people that you, like either whether you looked up to them, whether they kind of gave you the sauce, whether y'all were just all in the game at the same time, they kind of loving all y'all together. Even when you look on YouTube, when you search on YouTube, you put in Niesha Jackson, when you put in Bank Rob Banner, everybody comes up.
Yes.
Like all y'all come up on the timeline.
Yeah.
You can look it up on YouTube right now. Put in Niesha Jackson or Bank Robbing Beauty or Babe, right?
Yeah.
All y'all shit come up on the same timeline.
Yeah.
Even when we made the YouTube channel, by the way, follow YouTube, right? You know what I'm saying? Even when we looked it up, the links will be in the bio. When we looked it up, everybody just dropped like that. Next thing you know, on our timeline, a lot of stuff is popping up like that.
Came up.
So because they, right. So now, like we was talking about, what's her name? VH, right?
Trap Queens.
Trap Queens,
I
right?
just think it's dope. It's our time.
Right. Okay, bet. So we want to segue into that, right? I was watching a podcast with what's her name?
Bella
Barcode.
Barcode.
Right? I was watching the podcast, and at the end, she shouted you out.
Yeah.
She shouted out a couple of people, right? And
Show love.
Yeah, she showed love, and I applauded that.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping that y'all could come together. I like whether it's through FBNF, whether it's through whoever podcast, whether y'all make some shit on your own, which would be dope, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me get a production credit if I get it, if I can, right? Because I see the motion, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would you like to say to your girls? What would you like to put out there on some hustling shit and the motion that y'all got right there?
I would like to say, let's do it. Let's take it to Hollywood.
Right.
We did it in the streets. It's nothing for us to do it, you know,
Right.
in Hollywood.
Right. And it's y'all time, right?
It's our time, you know, putting all our minds and plans together, you know.
Yeah, the beauty too, because right now,
Beauty, you know.
yeah,
You feel me? That's why it's the Be Rich Beauty.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because everything right now in the game is superficial in the sense of whether it's real or fake.
Yeah.
Because motherfucker, ain't nobody on the internet right now talking about they can't pay their bills.
Nope.
Everybody act like they pay with us. And not saying that the beauty is fake, but you know, you can sell a lot of yourself, putting yourself out there like that for at least somebody to look at you at first to see that you really got substance.
Yeah.
But the outer is kind of what we pushing out there first, right?
Yeah.
So I love that she want to put it out there. I'm gonna extend it out there. So extend the olive branch out there, whether through me, through her, through whatever you could get at us on the media. We would want to put it together. If you want to get through, I'm not a manager, unofficially, right? But we could put it out there. We want to bring the women together. I'm talking about in rap, in media, in whatever. We want to put it together. We want to put that shit together, right? So I do want to ask you some fast-paced questions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because this is what I do, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying, right?
It's
We want to get to the speed round, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do on here, right? So, what type of stuff did you buy, right? And were you ever able to travel abroad, meaning like out of the country, passport? You was talking about passports
Yeah.
like that.
I had a passport. I never made it because I got indicted.
I'm trying.
And actually, I had to
I'm
turn
trying.
that in to be on pretrial.
Okay. So like, what was one of your bigger purchases that you even look back and like, why the fuck did I buy that? Or maybe you love it, maybe you enjoyed it.
Handbags. I did all my investment in handbags.
You wanted them.
Yeah, I wanted them because they hold value.
Okay.
Like if you ever,
Explain
like
that.
broke. So basically, like Chanel. This is my favorite.
Okay.
Like this bag right now costs $3,800, and the next 6 months it's gonna be like $4,300.
Oh, is that right?
Exactly.
That shit accrue in value?
Yeah.
You know what is funny? I was in Macy's the other day, yesterday. And I know the security guard, he just standing by the Coach bags.
Oh, yeah.
The nigga never moved. I went down to the food court, got a watch battery, said he just standing there, right?
And that's just Coach. So
And I was just Coach, right? Exactly.
Yeah. So even the Fed said it. I got caught with 27 handbags. They was worth over $100,000, and my judge was willing to put that towards my restitution because I owed like 1.2 million in restitution. They say.
Right. They say.
They say, but they didn't want to put the 100,000 for the handbags towards it.
Did they take the handbags?
They took them and even give them back. They auctioned them off. The
I
judge
just
picked
seen
them.
they gave Young Thug back his shit that they took from him.
Yeah.
You can't file like something to try to get that shit back, or
When
they
the
trying to
judge
say
was willing to put it towards restitution, they said they already auctioned it, so it was gone.
and you don't get none of that.
No. Only thing they try to give me back is my laptops and my phone. Well, who want that shit? That shit is old and
And even when we talk about that, the fines, right? So you said you were how much?
1.2 million.
1.2 million for something that you didn't actually rob a person or nothing like
No.
that.
Actually, that they said I stole, but then they stole it from me and then sold it.
Right.
So they was doing fraud too.
So when you step out of prison right now, you in debt 1.2. You down 1.2 according to them.
Yes.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Right. So your best purchase, your biggest purchase, something that you didn't regret was handbags.
Well, handbags, cars, jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like the handbags because they hold value.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You just gave us a game. I didn't know that. So whenever I get a bag,
So a lot of people always be like, oh, well, when I was basically in the streets, everybody used to be talking mess like, oh yeah, she's going down for them handbags. That's what they would tell men who was messing with me. Like,
that's why niggas be wanting their shit back. So I
You
know
know, that's
I ain't never really tripped when a nigga be like, but bitch, give me the bag back.
Yeah.
I ain't never
Because
really
you can
tripped.
sell that. Like when I started buying these bags, this bigger ones, they was $5,300. That was 10 years ago. Now they worth $12,500.
That's like the old school Dooney and Burke. Remember the Dooney and Burke back in the days?
Everybody, yeah.
Dooney and Burke, it was old school 90s.
Now see how much they cost.
They back now?
Yeah, I
The
mean,
weapons still good Dooney and Burke? I ain't know
they
that.
buy the leather
Right?
ones or whatever.
So we gonna go to the next one, right? So look, this is this one right here. So what can a nigga do to make you give him the like you good on him? What do niggas do that just turn you off, that make you feel like, man, fuck this nigga?
Just trying to spit some game like, oh my, I'm gonna take you out, like, oh, you just thick, or you just like just putting too much on it, just like.
Okay, all right. So if mother walk up to me, he gotta be on some murder, but he gotta be on some shit.
I mean, just keep it cordial. Just hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Okay, you feel me? Nice to meet you. I'm boom, boom.
So he might get the number. Mother will slide up on you on some debonair suave shit.
I mean, you might, cause I'm always trying to network.
Okay, all right, okay. You might get on some networking.
You feel me? Let's network. You know,
Let's network. Okay, all right.
I'll never know. You know, I'm fresh out. I don't know what people got.
Okay, all right. Now look, was there a man that you put on, right? When you was, doing your thing with the crew, that you look at, he was a bad investment?
No, I really looked out for a lot of people.
So everybody was a good investment, or someone who was in a turn state?
About investing is about. I just looked out because if I was in a situation I needed help,
Okay.
I would want somebody to help me. So I threw money all out to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Right.
I wouldn't call it because when it comes to money, it's hard to trust somebody to really just invest and throw it right back or throw something back at you. It's hard out here, so.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I was gone forever.
All right.
To be like,
And what do you value most right now?
my freedom to be with my family.
Okay.
And it has been a struggle because the halfway house is like.
Right. And not only that, we suffer from things that we don't really speak on,
Yeah.
PTSD and shit like that.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's us, right? You know what I'm saying? And people don't really understand that when you do, like I went to Oakland the other day and it was like, I was in the East and I just felt like, damn, like, hey, I know I'm out here. You feel me? Like, and we do be suffering from PTSD. That's another thing that we want to work on, the mental aspects of stuff, mental health, and making sure that when we get out, we kind of able to adapt So like, you want to speak to that, like the mental health type like things?
Well, just like in the halfway house, my mental health has been messed with because they not for you. Like they against you. It's like they want you to go back to jail, and it's like that's crazy. But luckily, I have a strong mind. I have to get back to because I was taking like medication.
Right, because you're a little crazy.
Yeah, because I am crazy.
Yeah, you look crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about that, but I was just taking really to sleep when I had a lot of incidents in prison where I went to the hole.
Right.
So I would just use that.
Using that rocking.
Yeah. They say I was rocking. It was just hating shit. Like that.
But you was rocking though.
I mean, yeah, if you came
was crashing out on
I
shit.
do what I had to do, you know,
Okay,
to defend myself.
all right. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself Hollywood.
Okay. Because we already gonna try to get you on the track queen shit. We working on that right now. We working on this to segue into that, right?
I see my self with a big organization.
Okay. Baby should be out by then. Your son should be out by then, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be on the whole movement with that, you know, him as an artist, you know.
Right, on time.
That's why I do it for me and him, actually.
All right. And if you had one wish that could come true, what would it be?
Free Jada K.
On time. Okay. I'm loving it. I'm feeling that. And like, I want to hit you with this, right? What can we expect next from BRBENT? What can we expect? What's on the horizon?
On the horizon, like I said, an organization basically for the youth re-entry, a docuseries, a book, clothing line. That's something I'm gonna revamp because I started it before I went in, and I actually had an online boutique while I was in prison. Shout out to my business partner, you know, Kels from LA.
Right.
But really, the docuseries.
Okay. And if anybody want to reach out to you, how could they get at you, like about some business? Like, not on no bullshit. Please don't hit us with the bullshit DM.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Please don't do that. Either way, you feel me? I definitely ain't hooking nothing up.
Yeah.
But what's the way to tap in with you for like business?
Through the channel, YouTube, the Bay Rich Beauty.
Okay.
Instagram, Bay Rich Babe.
Okay. Anything that you want to drop? You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to freestyle? Anything you want to hit us with on the way out? About the interview? Anything that you feel like I should have asked you that I didn't? Do you feel comfortable in the setting?
No, to be continued, but I want to say shout out to all my prison nieces that's home now. I got a couple from Michigan, to Nadia, Nikki, oh yeah, then my OG homie who always inspired me and motivated me when we was in prison when it was hard for me to get that day to get out. Okay. Michelle West. It was a big movement with her. Okay. She did 30-some years and she's free now.
Okay.
We came home around the same time, so it's a blessing.
It's a blessing, all right.
And then also, my other prison nieces, Alabama, Bree, Angela from California, and then just Sweeta, the one's exes. And then free my sis, Shaka Castro, and also Angela Miller. Okay. That's still behind bars looking at 30 years.
All right, we gonna shout out everybody. If she missed you, if she missed you,
everybody,
please don't take it personal. You see, that was a long list of motherfuckers.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? We got all kind of prison partners and shit.
All nieces,
right, exactly. You know, they deal with different of it. We can't walk around and talk. We got, you know what I'm saying, shit like that in a nigga prison. But at the end of the day, the shout outs is real. We appreciate you stepping into the FBNF media family, the Global Mafia Entertainment, global shit, you feel me? We gonna make sure we take it as many steps further as we can. This only episode 1. I don't know if we're gonna break it up into 2 or 3 parts. Yes. For business inquiries, you already know who to tap into is the capo. We appreciate you though. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You in there looking marvelous.
You know.
We love you though. It's all good.
Brothers said they had we laid they shit down. I promise niggas brains gon' soak the carpet, they don't face the ground. Nigga better not make a sound or blood stains gon' stain the